and welcome to another free.volous episode. Today I'm bringing you sort of a different kind of video. I'm bringing you sort of a haul, and this was absolutely enabled by the Full Coverage podcast by Harriet Hatfield and Lindsay Kelk, which I listen to religiously, and they were talking about several Primark really good stuff, and I decided to go and take a look and maybe buy a few things. Most of the things that they mentioned, of course, were not available, but Primark sort of restocks and brings new stock almost every single day, so it's impossible to tell if those things are there right now. But this is what I got, and I think this is very interesting because you may find some good things you want to add if you have sort of a beauty addiction like I do to your stash, things to store, things like that. So let's talk about them, and I'll try some of the makeup items, of course, on camera. The first thing I bought, and you can see it here, is I bought a couple of these baskets in rose gold, pretty nifty for storage, also from Primark. I got this a while ago, but sometimes they have it again. This is a brush holder, and it's really good to keep your brushes after washing facing upside down, and this was just about €4. Downside, this doesn't stay put really easily, but it's great to dry out your brushes without them taking ages to dry and accumulating water on the ferrule. So great tip there. Another thing that I bought, I'm, as you may know, a sucker for travel toiletry bags and things like that, and this is a set of 3, 2, and here's the third one. I'm using this to take my stuff on set while doing the show I'm on, and I take my own makeup so that if there's anything that needs to be done, there's stuff here, and really enjoying this. It's not too wide, but it carries a good amount of stuff, and you can divide the things in there, so really useful. Another thing you can buy at Primark are lipstick holders and a lot of containers for makeup from acrylic, which comes very handy because usually the ones you can find on Amazon and things like that, you don't know the quality, and the good ones are really expensive. Muji is very expensive, so if you're looking for containers, look up at Primark and Tiger. I bought this drawer set for €10. There were others, and this has higher drawers. There are some that have lower drawers. They're all stackable. They're quite sturdy, and they can fit all of my liquid lipsticks and glosses in here, so really chuffed about this one. Yay! When it comes to makeup, which is the interesting part, first thing I bought were these. And these are copies of something that I hold really dear and that I cannot see right now. Please hold. Okay, I'm back. The things I was talking about are these brush guards, and these are sort of a bit expensive. I bought mine at Beautylish, and they keep the shape of your brushes. They're breathable, they're expandable, they come in several sizes, and they're good again to leave your brushes out to dry if you're concerned about losing their shape. And they're also really good to travel with, and you can store them upside down. So these are sort of copies, but the material is a bit thinner, so I don't think you will be able, it's more of a meshy kind of thing, and I don't think you will be able to keep them upside down stored in a cup or a brush holder or anything, but they're really good for traveling, for keeping the shape. I'm traveling a bit over the next few months, so these were a great purchase, and instead of €20, I think, for 6, I bought 2 packs of 12 pieces each for $1.50 each, so yay! Another thing that you may find weird for me to buy, I know, is a lash case, and here it is. It holds 3 sets of lashes. I'm not a fake lash person, but one thing that really irritates me and that puts me off from wearing lashes is that they come in those cardboard packaging and all that, and when you try to put them back, they just go everywhere. The cardboard packaging is all wonky, and I found this to be really helpful if and when I wear lashes. This will be a good thing to have, and it has a big mirror inside, which always is handy. This should have a little well to hold a pair of tweezers and the glue, and it would be absolutely perfect, but as is, it's alright. The other thing I bought, I washed it, and it's not going to be the full impact. Oh, let me try. This is an egg for carrying your beauty blender. It has 2 openings on the bottom so that it doesn't get moldy, and it comes with a sort of a beauty blender-ish sponge, which is this one. I just washed it. I used it the other day. I used it the other day. Oh my god, I can't speak. Can I ever? Anyway, this is the normal size beauty blender. This is the Primark fake, so you can see it's a lot fatter, and in terms of texture, it's far denser. So you feel like you're slapping your face a little bit too much for my liking, but just for the holder itself, I thought it was really cute and it could be convenient. Downside, the actual sponge that comes with it, just you need to squeeze it in after it's damp, so yeah. But an actual beauty blender fits quite nicely, and you can leave it to dry like this. I prefer to leave it open to dry and then carry it around like that. I usually use, here it is, a little mesh bag to carry my sponges because it's less bulky. But anyway, I think this is a good thing to have to carry around my stuff. You never know when you're going to need it, and I'm one of those people. Hoarder, I think that's the term. Now, let's talk about the makeup. As I said, most of the things that I wanted to get were not there. Either they were sold out and I don't know, or whatever, I don't know. They have testers, and I tried a few things that I wasn't really impressed despite the rave reviews. I don't deny that many people may like them, but for instance, some of the highlighters that they had look really shimmery and glittery, you know. They don't give me that glossy sheen that I like, so I steered clear of them. But I bought one thing that I just laughed out loud and people were looking at me at Primark, which is this. This is a major rip-off. I'm not for people ripping off ideas and creativity for their own sake, but at the same time, if you can't afford something, you know. Anyway, in terms of the design, this is an absolute copy of Kim Kardashian's contour kits. This comes with an extra product, which is this highlighting pencil, and I'm going to swatch it for you and I'm going to try it out. So you have the sponge applicator that most people already know, with the brush on the other side. It's quite fluffy. I don't think this is good for blending. Maybe, we'll see. And then you have 2 of the sticks, the contour and highlighting sticks. This is the Cream Contour Duo. The plastic is quite flimsy. It's seriously though, they got to the point of stealing even the amount of product that comes in the original version of this product. But anyway, these are 2 tones for contouring, quite dark. Let's see how sheer they are. And then you have 2 tones for highlighting. Yeah, one is opalescent, so it's more shiny, and the other one is a weird yellow color. Downside of this, you don't have a lot of shade ranges. They only have 1. I don't understand why they would come up with the pencil too, because they're very similar. This one is slightly darker, but I'll swatch them all for you. So I'm going to do, how am I going to do this? Why do I do this to myself? So here is the brow bone highlighter, the pencil one. This is the stick highlighter. It's a bit more yellow and golden. This is the sort of concealer color, which is weird. And then you have a warmer brown and a more ashy brown, quite deep. So let's try these on, shall we? I'm going to start with the contour. I'm going to take the cooler brown. There's a very similar stick, or was, because it's Essence and they keep redoing their stuff. There's a very similar stick to this one. Let me try with the tool that it came with. That's not too bad. I was expecting this to be a hot mess, to be honest, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Can you see how it blended? Look at that! I'm just patting it in, I'm not rubbing it, because I want the shadow to be really concentrated on this area. I don't want it to go everywhere. Oh, would you look at that? Now I'm using the brush just to slightly blend it out a little bit more, and it disappeared into the skin, but there's the shadow. I was not expecting this, to be honest. Let me go with the warmer one a bit above to create sort of a bronzy transition to see how it goes. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, fingers work, fingers work. And also Maybelline does an amazing contour stick. It's dual-sided, so it's a bit stupid in that sense because the sort of concealery color or highlighting color doesn't do much for me, but anyway, I would prefer they would come out with just the contour section, but I love that. Oh, I look very contoured on camera. I swear to you, I swear that in person, this looks very natural. I hate it when it happens. Why do we make videos of things if then you can't see it right on camera? Now let's go with the highlighting duo. You will forgive me, I hope, if I don't try out this. Oh, okay. I haven't powdered, of course, so that I could use the cream products. The eyeliner is bleeding. It's from my beauty box unboxing. The last one, this one is from Ico. And I can tell you that it smudges on me. Sad. This concealery thing, I don't see it doing much. It's a weird color. It kind of counteracts my under eye circles a bit, but I already had concealed, so can't speak to this. And I stupidly had already highlighted, but let's try it anyway. It's creamy enough so that it doesn't drag too much. I don't see a difference at all. Let's do that bloody nose thing to see if I can see anything. It's really faint. It's really discreet. Some people may really love it because of being that discreet. Because some highlighters are just too much. And this, you don't need a light hand. It already is really sheer. Now, I'm not a fan of highlighting my brow bone with shimmer, but for the sake of the video, let's use this pencil. I really don't like this look. Nothing against, I'm not judging, I just don't like it on me. But it does work. It does work. This one is whitish than the one in the stick. But yes, it does work. It's creamy, but it doesn't feel greasy, which is weird. Sometimes these very inexpensive products are really greasy when applied on the skin, but bloody good. I'm bloody surprised. Yet, the surprises have just started. I don't have that much stuff, but anyway, I like to do this. I bought 5 cream blushes. I love cream blushes. I love cream products overall. I was really, you know, if you've been here for a while, you know I love my cushion stuff. And this is the K-Pop Bubble Blush. It's a cushion blusher. This one is in Candy Pop and it says applicator included. Yay! Thank you! This comes with 10 grams of product, which is quite generous. It costs €5. Oh, I forgot to say the Nudes Highlight and Contour Kit costs €8, so a bit more affordable than the Kim KW kind of collection. But anyway, this is the packaging. It has the mini applicator sponge, and then, oh, that's bright. I like, oh, it's really pigmented. I barely touched it. So, no way I'm going to use the cushion applicator for this. And then we have, I don't know why they did this, but anyway, we have the Super Cheeky Cheek Tint. This is in Sherbet Crush, which is a nude, and it costs €3. And then you will probably recognize these if you know this. Glossier. These are the Cloud Creams, not Cloud Paints, but Cloud Creams, creamy blushes. One is in Sunset, the other one is in Dreamy. Let's swatch them. Let's start with this Super Cheeky Cheek Tint blush. Ah! Okay. That's a lot. Okay, don't squeeze it for the love of your life. It has a cushion applicator, and you just gently squeeze and a lot of product comes out, so it will be hard to apply. And I bought this to try it out more as a sort of a lightweight cream bronzer. It's over here in case you can't see it. Let's try the Cloud Cream in Sunset. This is the Sunset color. As you can see, it's a lot more peachy, corally than this one. This is quite bronzy. This is the problem, Glossier and Primark. Since you're copying stuff, you should have looked into the comments. People complain about these caps. They're easy to lose. If you steal right. Do it better. Right off the bat, more pigmented than the Glossier ones. I shouldn't be doing direct comparisons. The two ones that come in this tube, the Cloud Creams, are sort of cream to powder in terms of finish. This one, the cushion, is more of a liquid that sets on your skin, but it doesn't leave that powdery feeling. And the bronzer, again, sort of the same thing as the liquid. So you have 3 different finishes, so the formulas are different. They could have just, you know, tweaked them a bit and put new packages on. So I'm going to do the Super Cheeky Cheek Tint, so the bronzer color. This one is very similar to one of the colors from Glossier, I think. Let me blend this out quickly. It's not that bronzery now that I apply it to my skin. It has a hint of pink. It's a beautiful nude. Everyday blusher for those people who don't like blushes but feel like that just wearing foundation washes them out. I don't know if it translates on camera. You just have to trust my word. Now next I'm going to take decisions. I'm going to go with this because I'm just going to touch it gently, Grace. Oh my god! This is so intense. I barely touched it. Cleaning up the brush. Woo, it's already setting. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I'm a friend. I love makeup. It sets quickly. It sets really quickly. So, instead of being an idiot like I was, there's a way to make this work. This is very pigmented. This would look fabulous on deeper skins. This is one of those colors, and the amount of pigment that would show beautifully on deeper skin colors. But if you're on the light side like I am, you can make this work. I just blended it out, and it blended out really nicely. I was afraid it would set and look patchy, but actually no. For everyday use, I would never use the applicator, of course, because that picks everything up. It's like a finger. What I would do, being a smart person, would be to gently touch, graze the fibers of the brush onto the cushion, and then clean a bit up on my skin, on my hand or whatever, and then just stippling it in and blending it out. If you find that you've gone too far, I'm just cleaning the brush again. If you find that you're going too far with this, you can always go back with your foundation brush and clean it up and blend it out. So it's not foolproof, I would say. This one is a lot more foolproof, and these seem a lot more foolproof because you just tap it in with your fingers and you're good to go. But it is wearable. I think the color is gorgeous. They have others. This was the one that called me. And I like the finish on the skin. It's slightly radiant, so it doesn't have any shimmers or anything, but they made it look like a glossy stain almost. It's not glossy, but you know what I mean. It's not matte. It's not cream to powder finish. It feels slightly tacky, so the feeling that I had that it was going to dry out quickly, never mind, but it feels like it's setting in. So it may set down, we'll see. Last product I have are the Pillow Talk, I know the name, matte lip cushions. And I bought two. One is in, small lettering, why? Honey Bun is the darkest color. That took me a while, and this one is Jelly Bean, is the corally color. This comes with, again, a sponge tip applicator. Anyway, it's really a thick formula. It's hard to squeeze out, and it doesn't disperse into the cushion, so you'll have to move it around a little bit. The thing I found with this that was interesting, borderline frustrating for me, is that it has little flecks of glitter. Here we go. This is the nudie brown, and you can't see the glitter. Of course you can't. You have to trust. Yeah, this is the corally color. And this one does not have shimmers. Wait! Hashtag pissed. The testers for these were so grubby, I wouldn't dare to touch them. I'm going to start off with the brownie color, and then just add a little bit of the lighter one on the inside. These smell of fake fruit. Do we like this? Let me know without throwing me down. Oh, and the goddamn shimmers. they're escaping the lines and going all over my face. Coral one. The dispenser is not good. Going for that ombre lip that the kids keep talking about. How am I doing? If you have moisturized lips, you can make them work perfectly, but they sheer out a lot more than I was expecting. So this was my whole haul. Aside from the non-makeup items, let's talk about the highlights for me. I was truly impressed with the contour sticks. I don't know about the longevity, but the contour actual stick is really good. And the highlighter, I could see people that don't really like highlighters that are too in your face to give this a go and really enjoying them. And despite everybody hating on the original applicator, I thought that this worked really well for the products that it came with. So surprised. The blusher, despite being scary and needing a bit of technique, really enjoyed the color, and I think it looks really fresh for the summer to give that flushed look without a lot of work. And the super cheeky cheek tint, pleasantly surprised with the color. It reminds me a lot of the Cloud Paint in Dusk, I won't lie. It's just on the verge of being a bronzer, a very sheer bronzer, but it isn't. Was not the biggest fan of the lip things, and these are still, the jury is still out on that one, but I'll let you know. The camera stopped recording, rude. So this was my little haul from Primark. I'm really chuffed about my purchases. I don't go to Primark very often. I have the same thing with H&M. It's too much for me. It's very confusing, too much stuff, the smell inside because of the clothing. I don't even want to go there, but anyway, I go there about 2 or 3 times a year, and I always check the decor section, the makeup section, and sometimes the bags section, because I have a thing with bags. But you can find some cool stuff, and if you're on a budget, it's a cool place to go to. If you're in Europe, I don't think that they have Primark in America, but you have other things. I know you do. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up down below. Share your favorite finds from Primark down below, things I should check out, your experience with some of the products I've mentioned if you have. So leave your notes down below. I would love to see them. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you've enjoyed my videos, share my videos with people you think might be interested in them. And without further ado, thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!